Hello class, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Officer Adda channel of Adda 24/7, a special session of the BRBL subject in which myself, Advocate Nikkita Singh, I'm your legal mentor. So we are just discussing the questions of BRBL, passage-based question, and we can say case studies question also. Okay, so today's session is also of your this paragraph based question, and this paragraph is very much important. Okay class, this paragraph is very much important. Okay, now let's discuss the paragraph. So what exactly this paragraph is? A voidable contract. What is this? A voidable contract is a formal agreement between two parties. So in one line we can say that paragraph is about the voidable contract. So it is the formal agreement between two parties that may be rendered unenforceable for any number of legal reasons, which may include failure by one and both the party to disclose the material fact, a mistake, misrepresentation, fraud, undue influence, duress. So what is this? What is this? What we are discussing? We are discussing about the voidable contract. So before starting the voidable contract, we know about the valid contract. So valid contract which fulfill the essential points. Okay, free consent, competent to party, lawful consideration, lawful object, etc. It is a valid contract. Void agreement. Void agreement that is not enforceable in the court of law. What is void contract? Void contract means initially it is valid, but later on it is void. And what is voidable contract? Voidable contract means in which only a one party have option to breach the contract. That is called voidable contract. Suppose if one person have done fraud with the another person in a contract, contract is done, but the another person can breach the contract. Okay, so see, a voidable contract is one that is can be cancelled or altered for the qualified legal reason. Exactly. Suppose if X person have done the fraud to the B person, so B person can either cancel the contract or alter the this one. A voidable contract is initially considered a legal and enforceable but can be rejected by one party if the contract is discovered to have defect. If a party with the power to reject the contract choose not to reject the contract despite of the fact the contract remains valid and unenforceable. Exactly. Suppose if X person have done the contract with B person and X person have done the fraud with B person. But contract is done. We know that the B person have right to breach the contract, but B is not breaching the contract. In that case, the contract will be remain valid and enforceable. That's it. Okay, so this is your first paragraph. Please read the first paragraph. That is important one. First paragraph is very, very much important class. First paragraph is very, very much important. Done class? Okay, cool. Now the second one. A voidable contract, what is this? A voidable contract occurs when one of the involved parties would not have agreed to contract originally if they had known the true nature of all the elements of the contract prior to the original acceptance. With the presentation of new knowledge, the aforementioned party has opportunity to reject the contract after the fact. Exactly. If any person have done the mistake means any wrongful thing, misrepresentation. If I'm selling my car, I also don't know that the engine of my car is not working, and I'm just giving my car to other person. That is called misrepresentation. Fraud, I know that the engine of the car is not good, but I'm just giving. That is called fraud. Under influence, to just hypnotize someone or influence someone to just do the contract. Okay, and duress, that is called coercion. It means to threaten someone. That is called duress. Okay, that is called duress. Done? Okay, next one. In contracts, the void contract, I have already told the void contract. Void contract, initially it is valid, but later on it is void. Suppose if I just do the contract with you to just give me the 100 kg of potato, that is valid one. But when you are sending the potato through the truck got sink in the river. Now it is not possible. So void contract, initially it is valid, later on it is not. So void contract is inherently unenforceable. It is unenforceable. A contract may be deemed void if the terms require one and both party to participate in an illegal act, or if a party becomes incapable of meeting the terms as set forth, or in the event of one party's death or contract entered with a minor. See, what is this? Uh, Meeting the terms in the event of one party's death and the contract entered with a minor, or the contract is entered without the consideration or inadequacy. That is a void contract. Okay, the contract may be ruled null and void should be terms require one and both party to participate in illegal act, or one party become incapable of the meeting of the contract. In that way, the contract can be breached by another party. Example of potentially voidable contract. Suppose a certain smartphone, as we know that we are just using the smartphone app. They are just categorized as a freemium app. Freemium means in the free you can just download the app, but begin as a free download, but later allow in-app purchase the costing real money, isn't it? Whenever we just download a particular app as a free one, later on they just charge the money. So freemium app geared and toward children may result in the minor accepting the terms and condition associated with the gameplay, though these terms may allow the latter solicitation in-app purchase. So this type of activity led to lawsuit against Apple in 2012, which suggested the transaction were part of voidable contract. So this is very, very much important case. Please read this paragraph. After that, we will just do the Done, class. Let's do the question. The voidable contract is initially a valid contract. This statement is true, false, partially true, none of the above. Tell me. Voidable contract is initially a valid contract. The example of potato that I have given in this particular point. Suppose another example of voidable contract is, yeah, no, not potato example. The voidable contract is basically the contract which is done by fraud, coercion, undue influence, misrepresentation, etc. So basically, the voidable contract is initially a valid contract. This is absolutely true. This is absolutely, class. That is a true statement. Yes. Okay. Now, Kiran entered into the contract with Mona, okay, to sell a house for a consideration of rupees 1000, whose market value is 1 lakh. Decide the validity of contract. Valid, invalid at the consideration is inadequate, invalid both B and C. Tell me, class. Yes, class, tell me. Suppose Nikita ma'am have a BMW car, okay, and I want to sell it only for the 1 lakh rupees. My car, the cost of my car is 50 lakh, but I just want to sell it only for the 1 lakh. Is that possible? Yes, because this is, we are doing without any pressure, no? So that's why this is absolutely a valid one. So it is valid contract. Okay, next. Rajan is entered with the contract with Karan, who is minor. Decide the validity of the contract, and first of all tell me the name of the case in which it was held that any contract with a minor is void ab initio. Tell me. That is good question. That is good question, class. Yes, class, tell me the right answer. Hanji class, tell me, first of all, tell me the case also, because that case is given in your exam. That is given in the paper also. That is given in the paper also, class. So class, for this one, the right answer is, first of all, the case name is Mohare Bibi versus Thermodaj Ghosh case, okay? And that is totally void, because any contract which is done by the manner, that is void ab initio, okay? Now, Sanju and Sanjay entered into the agreement to kill Raman. To kill Raman, Sanju paid 1,000 to Sanjay in pursuance of the agreement. Sanjay took the money but did not kill the Raman. Can Sanju sue Raman for the breach of contract? Breach of contract means that you are not following the rules and regulations. So that can be happen or not? Tell me. Yes, Sanjay can took the money in person contract. Yes, valid contract was entered. No, the contract is void for illegality. Yes, the contract is void for duress. Duress means coercion. So the right answer is C is the right answer. This is illegal. That is prohibited by law. Okay. Now, Dhruv entered into contract with Aarti to sell two lamps which he know to have a latent defect. Latent defect means that cannot be visible on inspection. Patent defect, P. Two defect is there. Patent defect, the defect which we can see. That is called patent defect. So now tell me that whether contract is void, voidable at the option of Aarti, voidable at the option of Dhruv, or contract is valid. What is the right answer? So class, for this one, the contract is basically because Dhruv know that it's a latent defect. So that's why it is voidable at the option of Aarti. So class, that's all for today's, and this is the answer that is given here. Okay. So guys, if you want to crack this paper, so you just enroll, you just enroll in the Adda 24/7. Okay. The crash course is there. So if you want to enroll in the crash course, just go through the crash course. Okay. This one, JAIIB CAIIB November. This is the English medium crash course. Apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. Okay. Y391 for the maximum discount in this batch. Okay. And you can also purchase the CAIIB Mahapack, which will contain